Yesterday, an AI read 4 documents, found a £41,000 answer, with the receipt to prove it, then built me a working app before my coffee went cold. 7 things the AI you already pay for can do that you have never tried. Because most people use it like this. Type a question, get an answer, close the tab. Genuinely useful. And about 10% of what the tool can do. The other 90% sits behind buttons you have never clicked. The same AI can read an entire folder of your files with sources. It can reach into your calendar and your documents and actually do things. It can remember you, learn your repeat tasks, and build you working software without a single line of code. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you all 7 working. Every answer you'll see is real, word for word what the AI returned, and I'll tell you the exact button that switches each one on. Stick around for number 5, because that's the one that changes how you'll think about all of this. Quick ground rules, because this channel doesn't do hype. Every example in this video is real. The questions we asked, the files we used, and every answer, word for word, what the tool returned. I'll name exactly which AI and which setting does each job, so you can copy it the moment this video ends. It works whether you're on ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, and I'll point out where they differ. And who is this really for? Anyone who opens one of these tools every day and quietly suspects they're only scratching the surface. You are, and by the end you'll have 7 concrete things to fix that. We're going to count the hours they save as we go, and the number at the end is bigger than you'd think. Let's start with the one that surprises people the most. Number 1. AI can read your files, all of them at once. Most people copy one paragraph out of a document and paste it into the chat. You don't have to. You can hand it the whole folder. Watch. I'm dropping in 4 real documents, 2 quarterly business reviews, an expenses spreadsheet, and the supplier notes. Now I ask a question that no single one of them answers on its own, something that needs all of them at the same time. And look what comes back. It doesn't just answer, it tells me which file each part came from, and I can click straight through and check the source myself. Second example, because this is where it earns its keep. I ask which quarter we spent the most overall and what drove it. It reads across all 4 files and gives me the number, with the rows it came from. Now, exactly how you do it. On ChatGPT, you attach files to a message, or better, you make a project and drop your documents in so they're there for every chat. On Claude, same idea. A project with your files as its knowledge, and there is a free Google tool called NotebookLM built entirely for this. You upload your sources, and every single answer comes back cited, line by line, to your own documents, which makes it brilliant for anything where being wrong isn't an option. Think about what that replaces: the hour scrolling a 40-page contract for one clause, the report you never have time to read, the number buried in a spreadsheet. You give it the pile, you ask in plain English, you get a sourced answer in seconds. If you deal with paperwork of any kind, this one alone hands you back hours a week. That's the first tick on the clock. E. Number 2, and this is the one almost nobody outside the industry knows about yet. The AI doesn't have to sit in a little box, cut off from everything you actually use. You can give it hands. There's a technology, you'll see it called connectors, or MCP, which just stands for a shared standard that lets any AI plug into any app. And there are already thousands of these connections for Google Drive, Gmail, your calendar, Slack, Notion, databases, almost anything. Once it's connected, watch what changes. I'm not asking it to imagine my schedule, I'm telling it to go and read my real calendar for tomorrow. And it does. And it doesn't stop at reading. It takes what it found and drafts me a prep note for every meeting on the list. It fetched real data and then did something with it. That is the leap. It stops being a thing you talk to and becomes a thing that does the work. Now, exactly how and how to do it safely. In ChatGPT, you turn on connectors in settings and authorize the apps you want. In Claude, it's connectors too, plus MCP for the more advanced ones. My one rule: start read-only. Let it fetch and summarize before you ever let it send or change anything, and read what it's about to do first. This is the single biggest shift in what AI can do this year, and it's the backbone of how we automate real jobs here. I'll drop the exact starter connectors in the cheat sheet at the end. 2 down. Number 3 fixes the most annoying thing about AI. It forgets you the second you close the tab, so you re-explain who you are, what you do, and how you like things over and over. You can just tell it once, forever. Watch the difference. First, a plain request with no context. The answer is fine, but generic. It could be for anyone. Now I fill in the AI's memory. Who I am, what my business is, the tone I write in, who my audience is, the formatting I always want. Same request again, and now the answer comes back shaped around me, in my voice, aimed at my actual situation. I didn't say any of that in the prompt. It already knew. The exact place that's setting lives. On ChatGPT, it's personalization, memory and custom instructions. On Claude, it's your profile preferences and your project instructions. On Gemini, it's saved info. Spend 5 minutes filling in the real stuff. Your role, your goals, your rules, how you like answers laid out. And every future conversation starts halfway done. It is the highest leverage 5 minutes you'll spend because it quietly improves every single answer you get from that point on. 3. Number 4 is where you stop repeating yourself entirely. If you catch yourself giving the AI the same kind of instruction again and again, format this report this way, clean this file up like that, write this type of message in this exact structure, you can freeze that whole process once and reuse it forever. The tools have a name for this now, a skill, or a saved project, or a custom instruction set, depending on which AI you're on. This one is real from my own week, a job that used to be a careful, boring, half-hour task. I wrote the steps out one time, the instructions, the format, the rules, and saved it. Now I just point it at today's file, trigger it, and it runs the entire thing itself, identically every time, with no re-explaining. And a second one anyone can build tonight. I take the raw, messy notes from a meeting, and I've saved a skill that turns them into a clean summary with a list of who does what by when. Same shape every time, one click. Exactly how in ChatGPT you save it as a project with instructions or a custom GPT. In Claude, it's a project, or the newer skills feature where you save a set of steps the AI loads on demand. This is how one person quietly does the work of a small team. The repetitive stuff becomes skills that run whenever you need them. Once you start looking at your week as tasks I could turn into skills, you genuinely don't go back. That's 4, and it's the biggest time saver on the whole list. Number 5, the one I told you to wait for. You can describe a tool you wish existed in plain English and have the AI build it for you, actually working, in a couple of minutes, with no coding at all. Not a description of a tool, the real, running tool. Watch this. I'm going to ask for something specific and useful, a little app that does exactly one job I keep needing, and I'm just typing what I want, like I'm talking to a person. Give it a moment, and there it is. It runs. I can use it right now in the same window. And the part that gets people, I can just talk to it to change it, add a running total, let me export it to a spreadsheet, make it dark, and it rebuilds on the spot. Exactly how. On ChatGPT it's called Canvas. On Claude it's Artifacts. You describe the tool and it builds it beside the chat. People have made themselves budget trackers, habit dashboards, little calculators, tools that reformat their work exactly how they need it. Real custom software built to fit one person's exact problem by someone who has never written a line of code in their life. One honest note, this is perfect for small personal tools, not a banking app. Keep the job small and it's magic. But this is the thing that genuinely rewires how you see AI. It isn't just answering you, it's building for you. And once you realize you can make your own tool anytime a task annoys you, you start solving problems you used to just live with. 5, and honestly, the most fun one to go try tonight. Number 6, AI can do genuine research, reading the live web right now, instead of guessing from old memory. By default, a chatbot answers from what it learned in training, which can be months out of date or just wrong. But switch on the research or browsing mode and it goes out, reads real current pages and brings back a proper briefing with links you can click. On ChatGPT and Gemini, this is deep research. On Claude, it's the research and web search toggle. Watch, I ask about something recent. It works through actual sources one by one, and every claim comes back with a link I can open and verify. Make it concrete. Compare 3 options in a price range with today's prices and cite each. The kind of thing that used to be 20 browser tabs and an afternoon comes back as one sourced brief in a few minutes. That is the difference between the AI told me and here's the evidence. Use it for buying decisions, for getting up to speed on a topic fast, for anything where being right matters. Just keep the one rule this channel lives by. Open the sources and check them. The AI gathers, you still decide. 6. And number 7, because it's the one you can actually feel. AI can make and edit images to a professional standard just by talking to it. No design skills, no expensive software, no studio. This is a plain, slightly rubbish phone photo of a product. I'm going to talk to the AI like it's a photographer. Put this on a clean marble studio set, soften the lighting, drop out the messy background, and look at that, first try. That is the kind of shot people pay a studio a day rate for. And because it's a conversation, I just keep going. Give me a different angle. Now a warmer seasonal version. Now turn it into a before and after. All in the same chat, in minutes. Exactly which tools? It's the image mode built into ChatGPT and Google's image model in Gemini, the one you'll hear called Nano Banana, plus a few dedicated image tools I'll name in the cheat sheet. Small businesses are shooting their entire product catalog this way. Creators are making thumbnails and ads in the time it used to take to book a photographer. One honest note, always zoom in and check the fine details before you use one. But 7 things, all real, all things you can start using the moment this video ends. Before the recap, one more thing, because on their own, each of those 7 is a nice trick. Stacked on the same morning, they're a different job description. Picture next Monday, 8 o'clock. The notebook has already read the quarterly reviews, the expenses sheet, and the supplier notes. So when you ask the question that matters, the £41,000 answer is sitting there. Receipt attached. 5 past. It's been through your real calendar, and there's a prep note waiting for every meeting on the list. And notice what you didn't do. You didn't introduce yourself because it already knows you want plain English. First sentence states the point. 10 past. The half-hour formatting job you froze into a skill runs on this week's file, identically while you drink your coffee. 20 past. Someone asks what today's meetings are actually costing. You open the little calculator it built you. 2 meetings logged, $390 on the daily total. Live. The standing desk research you kicked off last night? Back. 5 sources, prices checked, links you can click, and the product shot for this morning's post was edited by describing the change, not by learning Photoshop. Nothing in that morning is science fiction. You have watched every piece of it happen in this video. The only new part is running them on the same day. So add it up. Literally, reading your files instead of hunting through them, touching your apps instead of copy-pasting between them, remembering you instead of being rebriefed every time, running your repeat tasks, building your tools, doing real research, making your images. For most people who work with a screen, that is somewhere between 5 and 10 hours a week you are currently doing by hand, and none of it is a chatbot. That's a worker, one you already have access to and were using at 10%. One thing before you go though, you don't need all 7 tomorrow. Pick the one that hit hardest, the files, the memory, the no-code tool, and just try it once this week. That single habit will save you more time than this whole video took to watch. Or if you're the type who wants the whole staircase, borrow the plan I give everyone. 1 capability a day, 7 days. Monday, hand it a folder of real documents and ask the question you'd normally pay someone to dig out. Tuesday, connect your calendar, read only, and ask what your week actually looks like. Wednesday, spend 5 minutes filling in the memory so you never reintroduce yourself again. Thursday, freeze 1 repeat task into a skill. Friday, describe 1 small tool you wish existed and watch it get built. Saturday, set a deep research question running while you make breakfast. Sunday, take the worst photo on your phone and talk it into a good one. None of those steps takes more than 10 minutes to start. And by next Monday, all 7 are muscle memory. And if you only manage 3 of the 7, you have still bought back hours every single week. The staircase works even if you stop halfway up. I've put all 7 onto one simple cheat sheet. Each capability, the exact tool to use, and the first step to switch it on for ChatGPT, Claude or Gemini. If you want it, comment the word unlock and I'll make sure you can grab it. Pin it next to your screen and work through 1 a day. If even one of these was new to you, that's the whole point of this channel. Every week I show you what AI can actually do, with receipts. No hype, no magic tricks. Subscribe and you'll always be using the other 90%. And next time, I'm going deep on number 2. The big one. I'll show you step by step how to give your AI its own tools so it can plug into your apps and start doing real work for you. That's next. I'll see you there.